The story begins as Jeremy Durham, alone and terrified, records this message. He swears everything he's about to show is completely real. He begs whoever finds this to believe every word of it. So if this plane lands, whatever is on it lands too. How does it end like this? Hours earlier, passengers crowd Seattle-Tacoma Airport, unaware of what's coming. Chloe, a curious 8-year-old traveling with her mother, admires a stranger's dog. She wanders off toward a stranger's dog, curiosity winning out. Then she proudly shows off a birthday gift from her mom. Ice cream after, her mom promises. Nearby, other travelers wait as a different flight is called to board. Two friends film a joke prank video. They mime diving headfirst out of the plane for laughs. Panic flashes forward for a moment. Screams, a storm, Mayday. Then a Mayday call cuts through the static. Vero 298 is holding altitude, but barely, systems failing fast. Ahead, the radar plot grows crowded and chaotic. On the ground, controllers watch the blip lose its heading. Then, mid-call, the transmission cuts dead. Back at the gate, though, it's still an ordinary night. Chloe hears her friend Lily's parents split and worries about her own. Passengers grumble about missed calls. Travelers around them gripe about delays and closings too. So two friends board, laughing about their wild night in Seattle. The gate agent handles it remotely. He waves off her worry, already back on his phone. A passenger breaks another's headphones, then offers to pay for it. It's fine, he shrugs, taking the abuse. Then the safety briefing wraps up as the cabin settles for departure. Crew call cross-check. Doors close. The pilot admits he hates flying such an old airframe. The plane taxis slowly toward the runway. Chen jokes about conspiracy theories with his rowdy friend group. A passenger films himself, ignoring complaints. She threatens to have him thrown off the plane. Off. Now, she repeats. The plane taxis and lifts off the runway. They reach cruising altitude. A flight attendant makes her rounds offering drinks and water. The flight settles into rhythm. Snacks and small talk pass the time as the flight drags on. Chloe slips past a napping passenger, desperate for the bathroom. An attendant steps in after a passenger snaps at Chloe. A bystander scolds him for picking on a kid. "Can you hold it?" another passenger asks Chloe gently. "They won't be much longer," she promises, pointing Chloe to a seat. Sitting down, she teases Jeremy with a bad bagel joke. They bond over comics, including one her librarian wouldn't let her borrow. Chloe introduces herself, and the two hit it off right away. A headphone mix-up ends in an apology. He asks about her parents. She deflects, teasing that he's ditching her. She turns it around, sensing tension between him and his wife. Her own parents fight constantly, she confides. Life's too short, he agrees. Jeremy notices a passenger nearby has gone oddly quiet. "I'm so hot," he mutters. Passengers offer him aspirin and water, worried. Someone frees the bathroom for him. Emma, a flight attendant, sits beside him. She's impressed by how he handled the rude man earlier. She laughs off the compliment and gets back to her rounds. She jokes that her friend Rachel would eat him alive. Chloe's mother thanks Jeremy for watching her. He brushes it off. She jokes that in-flight drinks are covered, offering first-class treats. He thanks her for the offer, still a little embarrassed. She teases him, guessing why he's traveling alone. He stays vague. Chen deals another hand, needling his friends about the last round. Nearby, Chen and his friends bicker over a card game. One friend grumbles about losing face. Tension simmers a moment longer before the group settles down. Suddenly, a panicked man shouts that it's not safe up here. He won't stop repeating that they're all going to die. Nearby, Chen films him for what he calls YouTube gold. The man tries to storm the cockpit, screaming they have to land. Crew try to calm him down. He barges into the first-class bathroom, ignoring the rules. Crew wrestle him bodily away from the cockpit door. "Hey, stop," someone yells, but the struggle continues. The struggle spills into the aisle. Then another passenger collapses, his chest seized, gasping for breath. Someone asks if anyone on board is actually a doctor. The search for a doctor continues without an answer. The captain keeps announcing updates as they fight to save him. "He's still not breathing," someone says, keeping up the compressions. Something startles them mid-effort. Jeremy realizes the woman helping them is an off-duty air marshal. He thanks her for trying, for doing everything she could. Yeah, the marshal says quietly. Ground control insists they push on, already past the halfway point. Protocol bars pronouncing death mid-flight, but this old airframe has no sleeping compartment to store him. Chen keeps filming, insisting they have to edit this footage later. His friends laugh, replaying the chaos in slow motion. Someone else wonders aloud if it was really an accident. Someone nudges the body, apologizing. A whisper spreads that his death might not have been natural. Listen, someone hisses, hushing the cabin. Someone snaps at a barking dog to shut up. A passenger explains the barking is just the dogs down in cargo. Emma calls down, asking if the climate's still working. Something about the readout looks wrong, and they want a visual check. Is everyone okay? Someone checks. Uneasy. The cabin dims for the night, passengers dozing. No devices allowed at bedtime, her mom reminds her. That night, Chloe asks her mom to film her singing. Her mom gently probes whether something her father said upset her. She settles in, ready to sing. She hums along, drifting off before she finishes. The plane settles, save for her soft breathing. Jeremy pulls Emma aside, shaken by what he just saw. He struggles to describe what he saw glowing in the storm clouds. He's certain of one thing. Whatever it was moving. Probably just lightning, she offers, unconvinced by his panic. No, he insists. Something else. She asks if he has a headache, feels dizzy or lightheaded. She sends him back to his seat to try to sleep. Chloe wakes with a headache. You're really warm, her mom notices, and asks Emma for medicine. Crew pull Chloe aside with questions. They press her on exactly when the symptoms started. After, she answers simply. They turn to Jeremy next, asking if he'd been hallucinating. He insists he really saw lights, moving through the clouds. Someone waves it off as trauma talking, but Jeremy won't back down. I saw them too, Chloe suddenly says, backing him up. Can you describe them? They ask gently. She struggles to describe them. Every color at once, blinding. Like fireworks up close, she says, and it hurt her head. Jeremy checks on Chloe as her ear keeps bleeding. Emma guesses her eardrum ruptured. Then her ear starts bleeding, and Jeremy notices right away. I got you. Okay, he tells her. It's gonna be okay. Crew ask any passenger feeling sick to press their call button. Cleared to return, Chloe asks if Jeremy can come too. Word reaches the captain that several passengers have fallen ill. He makes the call. They're diverting. This is officially an outbreak. The captain announces they're diverting to Dallas for a medical emergency. One passenger loses his composure, demanding to see the pilot. Suddenly, the cabin lights flicker as electrical interference hits the plane. Crew ask everyone to remove their headphones as static spikes. A man tries to shove his barking dog into a bag. He shoves an attendant off when she tells him to sit. Someone notices blood pooling strangely in a passenger's eye. Now sit, someone orders. An uneasy hush falls as the moment passes. Something unknown shows up on the radar ahead of them. The crew radios ground control asking about military tests tonight. They press for a faster answer. A frightened passenger begs to go home, sobbing. Just stay calm, crew repeat, trying to steady the cabin. Jeremy freezes, calling out for help. They moved above us, he says, panic rising in his voice. There's something up here, he tells the cabin, growing frantic. Another passenger tells him bluntly to shut up and sit down. He pleads with the cabin. Sure, someone else must see it too. No one else admits to seeing anything at all. I'm sorry, Chloe, he says, realizing he's scared her. Ground control radios back, standing by to contact the Air Force. Confirmed, military tests are scheduled tonight along their flight path. The furious passenger breaks free, shouting that he's been attacked. Crew force him back to his seat. Last warning, comes the reply, as he keeps threatening lawsuits. Ground control calls back. The military tests were canceled after all. They were scheduled, but the sky was simply too smooth tonight. Where'd that storm go, the crew wonders. Nothing shows on radar. Ground control tries again. Nothing. The horrifying truth hits. The storm was trailing them the whole time. The same monstrous storm reappears, bearing down on them again. The captain gives the order. They're landing immediately, no arguments. Crew brace the cabin for a rough emergency descent. Electrical systems start failing. The captain sends someone below to check the failing breakers. A shaken voice radios up that something is happening down there. Crew promise the storm won't last. They'll be on the ground soon. Some of us are sick, but no one knows how it spreads. We're not infected up here. Yet. On the ground, ATC reports losing all contact with Flight 298. Ground control scrambles every nearby flight out of their path. Ground control keeps watching, hoping. The descent feels far too steep, and everyone can sense it. The pilots aren't responding, and no one is flying the plane. The autopilot is handling everything, someone insists, trying to stay calm. The marshal decides she has to go check the cockpit herself. Don't come any closer, someone warns her, backing away in fear. They turn on her, convinced her contact with it made her sick. We're all sick, she shoots back. We don't believe you, they say. Someone screams for the captain. No answer. Ground control reports 2 more planes now missing from radar. Someone spots the stored parachutes. The suggestion stuns everyone. He actually wants them to jump. Staying aboard, he says grimly, isn't an option anymore. The family huddles together, bracing for what's next. Jeremy locks eyes with Chloe. She sees it too, doesn't she? Jeremy watches, frozen, as it draws nearer. Look out, someone screams as something slams against the plane. Chloe, someone screams. The plane rocked. The cabin shakes as they search for her. Jeremy checks on Chloe. She's shaken, but okay. Relief washes over the cabin at the thought they've made it down. But outside, no one can see anything at all. What is that? Chloe asks, spotting something through the haze. Neither Chloe nor her mother has any idea where they are. Passengers grow suspicious the captain's hiding something. It's a quarantine zone, one passenger theorizes. A black site. Their best guess, something contagious, too risky to let spread. That is why, they realize, the plane is being held here. Someone dismisses the COVID theory outright. This is something manufactured. They predict the FAA will cover it up as an ordinary crash. They think they're about to be boarded, alive or in body bags. A passenger orders Rachel bound, hands and mouth, to stop her talking. I am a federal air marshal, she snaps, pulling rank. Furious, someone spits back that badge or not, he answers to them. Badge or not, no one's listening. The truth is, she admits, I have no idea where we are. A dead man's blood could be infected, someone warns, backing away. It's just a pacemaker, the doctor confirms, examining him closer. He's not sick, she says. None of us are. Something is disrupting electrical impulses, she explains. His pacemaker, the headphones. It's strong enough to rupture blood vessels in their eyes, she says. Someone shoots down the solar storm theory. Wrong time of night. So what is it? They press. The doctor has no real answer. She concedes they may be healthy, but ground crews won't believe it. Emma has an idea and goes hunting for paper and tape. She hands out signs for passengers to press against the windows. I'm sorry for not believing you, Chloe's mom tells Jeremy quietly. They press homemade signs against the windows, hoping to be seen. They press sign after sign, hoping. One by one, more signs go up. Is that normal? Someone asks. Someone's walking on the plane, a voice says. Confusion spreads as the sound moves closer. Emma throws her weight against the door as something pushes back. Her strength is giving out, and she knows it. What the hell was that? Chen scrambles for rope from his backpack to help barricade it. Taylor steps in to help, reaching for the latch anyway. Taylor, wait! Too late. I told him not to open it, Chen says, shaken. Smoke fills the cabin. Emergency masks drop down. Crew scream for everyone to get their masks on now. Put yours on first, her mom insists, pulling the mask to her. Chloe, look at me, her mom says. You're okay, she's okay. The group is pushed toward the rear of the cabin. Breathe. Someone coaches, guiding them toward the manual release. The cabin fills with frantic motion. Get down, someone screams as chaos erupts. Emma, Jeremy shouts, searching the smoke. Open the bathroom doors, someone yells. Out of time. It's open, someone cries, relieved. It's okay, Jeremy tells Chloe, right behind her. Hot water, someone calls out. It's just gas. Someone explains once the danger passes. You can close it now, Emma says. It's safe to breathe. Is Mommy dead? Chloe asks, terrified, staring at her sleeping mother. Jeremy reassures her. The gas only puts people to sleep, nothing worse. It grabbed my taser, the marshal says grimly. It's smart. Can someone help? A voice cries out from further back. "What the hell is that?" Someone gasps, catching movement nearby. "Something's in here with them," a voice warns. Someone warns the others, "Stay back." The group freezes, listening for any movement. "Stay back," a voice pleads. "Is she dead?" someone asks. "I don't think so," comes the reply. A passenger claps their hands to their skull, hearing voices inside it. Over there, someone shouts, and the group scrambles for the exit. "Guys, the belt?" someone yells, pointing to their only way out. "Go without me," one passenger begs, falling behind the group. The latches won't move. Someone panics, fighting with the container. "Go, go, go," someone shouts as the latches finally give. The group braces as the latches groan open. "They're not dogs anymore," Emma says. She explains what they saw. The creatures possess and control their hosts. There's a ceiling hatch, but only accessible from the inside. They're trapped, no way out. Jeremy reasons that if they're on the ground, they're safe. Then the truth hits them. They never landed at all. "We're not even moving," Jeremy sees. "Watch this. They're floating." They search the cabin for anything they can use as a weapon. Someone remembers the marshal's parachutes. "It's just clothes in here," Chen mutters, disappointed. "Leave her alone," Jeremy shouts, pulling a passenger away from Chloe. In one of the containers, they find a coffin. It brings back Jeremy's camping trip. Her femoral artery tore before he could get back to her. She died alone, and Jeremy has carried that guilt ever since. She'd asked him to stay. He didn't. If he had, she might have had a chance, he tells himself. Hold on to that guilt. It isn't finished with him yet. They find the parachutes nearby. "You can carry Chloe," someone tells Jeremy. "There's not enough for everyone." "We can draw straws," someone offers. "Why are you giving up?" Chloe asks him, refusing to accept it. "I'm not giving up," he promises. "I'll find a way." They're told to unlock their phones so the SOS can be traced. "We triggered it too," someone adds, "so they'll land together." When your mom wakes up, Jeremy tells Chloe, "Leave her a message." "Hey Mom, it's me," Chloe says softly into the phone. Back in the recording, Jeremy repeats his name and flight number. Then a voice calls, "Mommy?" The voice claims to be right outside, waiting for her. "I want to give you a great big hug," it coaxes. "Hurry and open this door so we can be together," it urges. "You sound different," Chloe says. It claims it's only sharing itself. That's all they want. It promises this is how they'll fix their mistakes and reunite. Chloe reaches for the door, and Jeremy screams her name. "No," he shouts, pulling her back. "No, don't," voices cry out, desperate to stop her. "Go now," someone yells. Someone shoves the box into his arms, screaming, "Jump!" They fall through the storm, parachute open. Wind rips at them, plummeting through the clouds. Jeremy lands hard, alone in the dark. He lies still, catching his breath. He pulls himself up, dazed and alone. He finds himself boxed in beside strange cargo. He searches the dark for a way out. Later, alone, Jeremy hears his name. "Hi, baby," says a voice he never expected to hear again. "Don't go up there, Jer," it pleads. "Stay with me." "No, you're not her," he says, backing away in horror. "Who else could I be, Jer?" it asks, wearing her voice. That old guilt has finally found a voice. "You promised me forever," it reminds him. "Now we can have that." Horrified, he screams at it to get away from him. "Why delay the inevitable?" it asks. "We can't be stopped. There are so many more of us," it warns, arriving every minute. Without ever raising suspicion, it says, "Your kind won't know we came. We will have taken your world, one body at a time." This is Flight 298. The crew radios. "We've had transponder problems." The crew radios a cover story. It was only turbulence, nothing more. Cleared for an emergency landing. They begin their final descent toward New Orleans. Passengers are told to power down devices for landing. The wheels hit tarmac as the cabin erupts. The plane touches down hard. New chaos erupts. Passengers scramble up as the doors force open. Jeremy searches the chaos for Emma, desperate to stop them. "Stay back, whatever you are," he warns. A code 7500 comes through, a possible hijacking aboard. It hits Jeremy. This thing means to crash the plane. "Go up!" someone screams, fighting for control of the plane. Auto land has come on, someone notices, stunned. The autopilot was pre-programmed. He must have said it before he died. The horrifying truth lands. This was the plan all along. No one answers, bracing for what's next. The plane shudders, bracing for a hard landing. The plane finally rolls to a stop outside. Officers storm in, weapons raised, screaming for them to get down. "It's not me," Jeremy insists. "It's them, I swear it." "Why delay the inevitable?" The voice echoes one last time. "We can't be stopped," it repeats. "Your kind won't know we came." "There will be no going back," it warns. One final time. "They're not human. Not us.